we gonna talk about it. This is Flow Decoded YJ. So, you know how I like to dig, right? I actually did a live stream about this a couple years ago. But I wanted to make a short form, long form video about it because the history I think gets lost. And the biggest case of history being lost is when I heard 2 Chainz say, that's that Migos flow. That's that Versace. That was Triplets, yeah. And he said Drake got it after that and he ran with it. But 2 Chainz, you was wrong, brother. Public Enemy, you see what we got on the screen. This is 1988, 1987. We talking about Triplets flow. Now, I will make this one distinction when you talk about Triplets flow, because for every flow, there's a double time flow for it. Unless, sometimes some flows, it's not humanly possible. But for the Triplets flow, there is a whole nother section. They got triplets on a normal BPM, and then you got triplets on a double time BPM. BPM is beats per minute. So the first couple examples I'm gonna give y'all is gonna be on a normal structure or a higher BPM. Then we're gonna move on into what we're used to when we hear this flow. But I did want to get this example because this is the history. This is the blueprint. When it comes to my research, this is what I found. So we're gonna go ahead and go. This is Public Enemy. This song is called Bring the Noise. Let's go.
They know they can get a smack for that, man.
Never batted and bad cause a brother is madder than mad at the fact that's corrupt like a senator. Soul on the road, but you treat it like soap on a rope cause the beats and the lines are so dope. Listen for lessons I'm saying inside music that the critics are.
So you get the point. That's where we at right now. This is 1988. I was born 1988. Actually, I think this might have came out in 1987, but I'm gonna give y'all another example. Hold on. Well, this is the Diss Masters. We're still in the 80s. We still in the late 80s, 1987. Diss Masters, Small Time Hustler. And you probably heard this song if you watched the movie New Jack City. You heard this. I think it was on Juice as well. But yeah, let's get into it. Now, y'all know what we looking for now.
Past midnight, walking the street like a cop on a beat till the ground gets a meat with the skin on your feet. You're a scrum, and then some. You smell like a bum. What you're doing is dumb. You be on a mission. I know you're wishing you had some food, cause malnutrition has made.
That's Triplets. We talking about Triplets. Migos didn't create this. These were the first popular recordings, and I actually think after this, I'm missing some things because we're gonna move ahead to 3 6 Mafia and Bone Thugs after this. But I actually think maybe Leaders of the New School and the Foo Snickens, I think they might have played with that flow as well in between then and what we're gonna go towards now. Hold on. While editing this video, because I swear I remember instances of Twista doing triplets in this time period I'm about to talk about. But the reason why I didn't find it, for one, Twista rhymed on a 2/4. He wasn't known for the triplet flow. So yes, I know there was instances where Twista might have did it, scattered here and there, but for the most part, Twista flow was consistent on that 2/4 structure and not the 3 structure. So that's why I'm not gonna play any Twista because he didn't do it enough, and that's what I don't know him for that. So he was rapping fast, but just because you rap fast doesn't mean you're rapping triplets. I wanted to make that distinction as I was going back editing the video, which I hardly edit a video, so that says something in itself. I hate editing videos, but when I had to go back and listen, I was like, oh shit, I gotta add this in there. So Yeah. And I did want to play DJ Paul talking about Lord Infamous, RP Lord Infamous, because he was known for this. He was known for doing this type of flow, kind of when it wasn't really too popular. And you know, back then, 3-6, when they was coming up, they was recording off reels and cassette tapes, and they was, you know, quality wasn't good. So we're gonna go to that net real quick. This will not be long. Trust me. Hold on.
Yeah, that was Lord Infamous thing. You know, I don't know how the hell he got into all of that, but yeah, that was Lord Infamous thing. You know, all those tongue twisters. That was his thing. That was his deal, and you know, he killed that shit. You know, maybe 99% of the flows you hear out here these days came from Lord Infamous. Rest in peace, Lord Infamous, but yeah, it came from him. Yeah.
So, as we heard, you know, as he should, he's gonna give the credit to Lord Infamous. One thing I will say about the era that we have moved forward into now, when we talk about this era, which is the Mystic Styles, Prophet Posse, 3-6 Mafia, this era came 95. 95. And I'm pretty sure I'm missing some people in between. Videos like this are terribly hard to do because it's just, there's so much out there that you have to comb through. But from my recollection, I'm going just off of what I know. And from that era to this era, in between, from the 80s up until the mid 90s, I kind of really don't know. But I do know the Creeping on the Come Up from Bones and the 3-6 Mafia was my next recollection. And this is where the comments and y'all in the comment section can really educate me, because this is a specific kind of flow that I'm just honing in on, just because I feel like it's important to know where shit came from at the end of the day. So we're gonna ride out like this. This example here is an example of triplets and double time. This is Lord Infamous RP, which DJ Paul just spoke about. This is off the Mystic Styles project, released in 1995. So yeah, check it out.
My name is the Scarecrow. Busters they approach, they really don't know me too well. I put in the 50 right magazine, watching the spirits like empty the shells. Bodies are smacking the mud, busters are constantly donating blood. I put a side off of my coat, pump it twice and watch you tear up your hood and rub. Oh no, me do not mind them.
Now, like I said, the only difference between what we just heard and the previous of 1988, 87, the only difference is this is double time. The beat is slower. The beat is more stretched out. So the double turns into it turns into a more stretched out version of the triplet. 3-6 and Bone Thugs are the two people that kind of made it popular in this time period, 94, 95, in this time period. And like I said, educate me. Let me know. I'm making this off of what I know, what I've heard, and that's strictly what I'm making it off of. I've seen Hip Hop DX do some things on it, Hot New Hip Hop do some things on it, but this is not like literature that you can just go to a book and it'll show you every example of triplets flow. No, this is like, you know, this is flow decoded, for lack of better words. Flow decoded. YJ, hit that like one time. So yeah, we just heard what we heard. Now we gonna move forward. Bone Thugs, Creeping on the Come Up. This album was released in 94. 94. Hold on, I got to pause for this because I should know that. Okay, correct. Yes, I was correct. 1994, this was released. Shout out StreamYard for the pause button. But yeah, so we gonna listen to Flesh and Bone, in which he was one of the less popular Bone Thugs. He was the fifth Bone Thug, as some people call him, because the whole time that they was just blowing up, he was in jail. So Creeping on the Come Up recorded some songs on there. Then he went to jail for their peak. So he was the fifth member. There was a fifth member. You heard him on Creeping on the Come Up. And you heard Lazy Bone on Creeping on the Come Up doing triplets as well. But what I will say, the way they did it was a little bit different. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it.
Cause once again, it's to the dawn with a burn. My wig to the curb, so I swerve and roll out to pick up the 666 thug and plot out the murder for robbing the dope house. Smoke up out the bay bomb so high, now coming to slave with 4 grenades and a gauge. I'ma play with till I fall in the grave. Been late, feeling in mid-tron late.
Now, when you hear that, you hear he's not just constantly doing the triplet. He's like Bone used to play with that triplets a little different, and Lord Infamous used to play with it a little different than how they used to play with it in the 80s. I will say that. But my main goal of this video was just to show the progression of it. And I guess I'll go ahead, since we played that was the 90s, 94, mid-90s, I guess I'll go ahead and play some shit now.
It was a dream, you cannot mess with the beam. This is like this many rings, y'all know what I mean. This for the kids of the king of all kings. This is the homeliest thing. This is the beat that played under the word. This is the sheep that ain't like what it heard. This is officially first, this is the third. This is the...
You heard it. Wouldn't be right if I didn't do this. It wouldn't be right if I wouldn't do this. If I didn't do this.
I go in the jungle and they got a coat. I bet I come out with a mean. Do this shit for the fam, cause this shit bigger than me. Color thorns in my infinity lane. And in the factory masterpiece. I call him twin, could that be my brother? We got the same roller, he matching me.
So, as you hear, there's a lot of different ways. There's a lot of different ways you can do it. From having a slow introduction to the triplets and going into the triplets and slowing it down. So there's a lot of different ways it can be done. I do want to play Big X because Big X has a flow that I wish he did change it more. But he does have a flow that is grounded in triplets, but he often steers off of the triplet to do his, you know, he speeds up, slows down, speeds up, slows down. So I'm going to play a little bit of that. And I'm doing this so basically y'all can just hear different examples of the triplet flow. It's all triplet flow. It all goes back to 1987 with the Dismasters and the Public Enemy. It's all the same thing. It's all Lord Infamous. It's all, you know, so when 2 Chainz say, you know, Migos, you know, they the ones came in with that shit. And then Drake ran with it. Now, I wanted to show the full history. And, of course, 2 Chainz probably knows about the 3-6 Lord. If he definitely knows about the Bone and the I think he knows about the Public Enemies and the people before and the hip-hop, the history behind it. But that's what he said. And when he said it, it just struck my ear like, nah, we got to really look at this. So yeah, this is BigXthaPlug. This is off his latest project. This song is called 2 a.m.
2 a.m. and I'm live. I just left out the club with the gang and a high yellow bitch that's real thick in the thighs. You know me, I be shooting my shot. When I got the little bitch, I wasn't even surprised. In the club, looked her deep in the eyes. Said, you coming with me? If you with it, let's ride. Got a text when you coming inside out the liquor. Didn't know what to say, so I lied. I text back like...
So yeah, he's playing off of his rhyme. He uses it only to get to his next rhyme, really. And that's the Big X flow. If y'all heard a song called Texas, he does the same thing basically on every song. He uses the triplets to get him to his rhyme. His rhyme isn't necessarily a triplet, but the structure that gets him to his rhyme, more than likely, all of the time, will be a triplet. So, this has been another presentation by YJ. This is Flow Decoded. And like I said, and like I will continue to say with any of my videos, if there's anything that I say that you want to add to, leave it in the comment section. I've been going back and forth in the comment section with a lot of people about a lot of different things. And it's all building. We all building. I would like to expand and, do live strictly talking about stuff like this. Right now, I'm just trying to build. You get some videos, they hit certain numbers, other videos, they hit other numbers. And I'm just at the point where I'm just trying to build, man. So, yeah, YJ, this has been Flow Decoded. And I'm out, man.